Dale Carnegie said most important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying. That's all you need to see there. Kept on trying. Okay, so we're going to talk just a minute about your mindset because, again, this kind of stuff, it's foundational. If you don't get it right, it makes it really difficult to do what you need to do because, hey, this is a business, right? It's not a game. I hope you didn't get, false promised into the business where someone told you how rich you were going to get and how fast that was going to happen. This is not the lottery. This is, if you're in a real opportunity, this is a real business, right? So you have to understand that it's going to have ups and downs and twists and turns, and it's not always going to be easy. That's just the nature of anything of value in life, right? Nothing of value is easy, right? Yeah, it might be simple to do this, and the process I teach is very simple because I needed to do it simple. But that doesn't make it easy, okay? So first thing, and this is really, really big, you are enough. We have a tendency to look in the mirror and chastise ourselves for what we're not, right? To point out our faults and not look at what our gifts are. Right? And it's really normal to look at another person and say, if I was like that person, I could do it. That's completely the opposite. The reality is you're never going to be very good at being someone else, but you can be absolutely amazing at being yourself. You have all that you need. You have all the gifts and tools and talents and affinities you specifically need. And all you have to do is operate inside of those gifts, inside of your natural self. Be yourself. And you'll see me touch this again when I get into the actual working aspects. And that's all you need. If you need to, you be yourself and grow yourself. That growing yourself is important, but you are enough. You're not missing anything. And next is you're right. There's going to be a lot of people that tell you how wrong you are to do this. It still blows my mind. Here we have an industry that is bigger than the worldwide sports industry. You put all the sports dollars revenue together of every sport in the world and every aspect of that dollar, whether it's sponsorships or gate receipts or television contracts, it doesn't matter. This industry is way bigger than that. Right? Yet there are some people that say, hey, you're dumb to get into that. That'll never work. What are you thinking? The question is, what are they thinking? How could they be that small-minded in today's growing, changing, rapidly world? It just doesn't even make any sense. So other people are going to tell you that you are wrong, but let me tell you, you are way, way, way right. I got to tell you, one of the biggest wins for me in my career came totally out of the blue. My mom, great lady, she was a wonderful mother growing up, didn't have much of a father figure, and he died anyway when I was 18. But my mom, she taught me the values of kindness and honesty and respect. And yeah, we didn't have a lot, but she was awesome. But she grew up in the Great Depression and had that mindset of, you're fortunate to even get a job if you get one. And I had a college education, and here I was going to do a network marketing business, and oh, she was she was rough, to say the least. And you're throwing away your education. And I mean, she had disdain, literal disdain for my choice for many years. And it was several years later. I mean, several. I had been very successful and had this great life for a long time. And one day I had stopped by her house to see her, and she kind of looked at me and she said, I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of the choices that you've made, and I'm proud of the way you live your life and the time you spend with your family. And I almost fell out. I almost fell over. But man, what a great moment that was for me, because it was like her saying, you were right. You were right. Took me 12 years to say it, but you were right. Okay, so next, you will achieve because you can become more. I mentioned this already, but I'm going to just put one more exclamation point on this. You have no idea what you're capable of. You just don't. I mean, you are capable of so much more than you know, and that is a really cool thing because you're going to get to discover that. And you can take a step, right? This is a business like anything else of accomplishment, where it's it's a step at a time. And you can take one step and then you can take another, right? You can make one contact and you can make another. You can sponsor one person, you can sponsor another. That's how you get anywhere in life, right? You can walk 1,000 miles, right? You can. You might not want to, but you could, right? But just by taking a step at a time. And so that's an important thing to understand. Whatever your situation is, and I'm certain that you got your own stuff, right? You've got your own challenges and your own set of issues, but whatever your situation is, there's lots of other people who have succeeded from worse. I mean, that's just a fact. The people I've met in the industry in all my years, and all the tens and tens and tens of thousands of people I've taught and led and coached and mentored and spoke to, man, I've heard some unbelievable stories that made me go, wow, how did you get yourself out of that? How did you get yourself to do that, right? Just think about it this way. There would be a line out your door as far as you could see of people who would gladly, I mean gladly, trade places with you. Think about that. And then this one is really huge too. You got to work harder for yourself and on yourself than you do for someone else. And so many people don't grasp this fast enough. When you go to a job, you're going to a job and you're working for someone else's dream. Did you ever think about that? You're working for someone else's dream when you go to a job, right? They're utilizing your skills. They're leveraging your time for their dream. Nothing wrong with that. They're paying you, right? It's providing you income. It's putting food on your table. But you're investing a lot of your life in somebody else's dream. You owe yourself at least that much. You owe your family at least that much. So when you come home tired from work, remember, you just gave that space of time that you're tired from for someone else's dream. Now it's time to work on yours. Now it's time to do something for your family. Love this quote. Wish I knew who said it. He who does not tire, tires adversity.